Message is coming from 1 Timothy chapter 4 verses 1 to 3. Now the Spirit expressively says that in later times some will renounce the faith by paying attention to deceitful spirits and teachings of demons. So we have people here who are renouncing their faith. In later in life, they're changing their ways for the worst. Because in later times, they renounce the faith because they renounce it when they start paying attention to the deceitful spirits, not the light spirit. This is what they're expressing. Their spirit is expressing teachings of demons because that is what they focused on. That is what they've given their energy to. That's what they turned their back. They renounced their faith. Instead of looking for angels, they went looking for demons. And this happens. Never choose hell over heaven because you'll only get hell. Through the hypocrisy of liars whose conscience are seared with a hot iron. So we have liars here because now someone's been a hypocrite. Something that they once said, now they're completely going and doing a 360 and being a hypocrite in some way. They're a liar. Somebody's telling lies here. And their conscience is going to be seared with a hot iron. So somebody doesn't have a conscience. For something, for some sort of a lie they've told. They don't have a conscience. But they're about to be seared with a hot iron. So they're about to get branded, basically. They're about to be branded for number one, lying. Number two, not having a conscience about the lie. And whatever it is, whatever the lie is, it's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. They forbid marriage and demand abstain from foods which God created to be received with thanksgiving by those who believe and know the truth. Giving up and abstaining from certain types of foods and certainly certain types of meat. It's a spiritual aspect. You're doing it. Like what I gave it up. Especially why I gave up eggs in particular. We don't all have to give up something, but there's definitely something here that somebody needs to give up because they are like they forbid marriage. So like they forbid marriage is like someone who has no moral understanding of what marriage is about. Yeah, they don't know how to be a wife. They don't know how to be a husband. They don't know, they don't know what a marriage is about, what a spouse is about. They forbid it. So they're gone completely the opposite way of having a stable, loving home environment, family. They're living in unstable with no family, no supportive environment, lonely because they chose that. They chose that. They renounced the light within them. They renounced their faith. They went to the dark side. They paid a lot of attention to these deceitful demons and not honest angels. They're a liar. They're a hypocrite and they're a liar who has no conscience for what they've done. You will be branded. You will have that hot iron seize you. You will be stamped. We could say stamped for life. I don't want to say your soul is getting stamped for eternity. And when any one of us can get branded, it's for life, isn't it? It is for life. And maybe that will teach someone about the lies. Maybe that will teach someone who doesn't have a conscience. Maybe it might wake somebody up. Maybe that might wake someone up once they're branded. Once they reach that point of no return, there's no going back. You can't change a thing. You are scarred for life. You are branded for life in something. You are a liar. You are a hypocrite. Someone here has no conscience whatsoever. Disconnected at that heart space. Not focused on the heart space, on angels and love. They're focused on the deceitful demons and the spirits and what they can teach, and teaching people dark arts and dark practices. How could you be so far on a path and renounce it for this? To live in a life where there's no goodness, because marriage just talks about goodness, happy times. How could you renounce all that? Because everything that God does create for any one of us is something good, is something happy, is something lasting, and something pleasurable. That's the way God created families to be. But someone here doesn't believe in family values, someone here doesn't believe in marriage, someone here doesn't believe by giving up. So like when we abstain from foods, it's for God. It's not just talk about food, behavior, addictions, sex, drink, drugs, food, whatever it is. You're meant to do without for God. But there is something about the truth, because someone here has told lies, which God created to be received with thanksgiving by those who believe and know the truth. But there's a liar here. So when you got liars, you got to look wide the line. One lie leads to 1,000 lies, and then you figure out who you've lied to, and then you don't know what you're doing until it's too late and you're branded and scarred for life of something that will stay. It's like hovering over. It's like I see this cloud hovering over someone for life. Time for people to get God back in their life, because these demons, they ain't leading you to anywhere happy. They ain't leaving you in a good place. The future's not very bright. It's very dark. Find God. Renounce the dark side. Renounce the dark teachings. Renounce the spirits, the demons. Because if you don't find a conscience and renounce this and keep expressing all of this Brandon, you'll never get this Brandon off you. That is your prophetic message.